Hello guys, RevitWiz here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll just show you how to create the slab edge. I'll show you how to create different sizes within your project by creating a metric family that you will have a profile imported into your project, and that profile can be then edited by using specific parameters. So please stay tuned guys. Okay guys, let's start by just creating a new project, or maybe you have your project that you want to bring in the slab edge. So for this exercise, just on level 1, let's just put a normal floor just on here, and let's just make this floor for the moment 150 millimeter thick, so I can show you the difference between the slab thickness or slab edges. Okay, there we go. Then 3D, just going to make this realistic. Okay, so if you want to add a slab edge, you will go here to the floor drop down menu and you go floor slab edge. You'll see a preset slab edge will pop up, and it will ask you to then choose a line or slab edge that it must snap to. Okay, so you'll see if I hover, it's at the top here, and if I hover, it's at the bottom. So if I hover at the top and I click, it gives me the slab edge. If I hover at the bottom and I click, you'll see it actually respects the line where you snap to. So the origin point will be on that line that you have chosen. So make sure you choose the correct line. I usually work from the top of the specific floor, which is the first one I did, and not that second one. So just take note of that. So now I want to show you this slab edge is a preset slab edge that you get within Revit. So if I say edit type here, you'll see you have a certain profile, and this profile is the preset profiles that has been created by Autodesk. So if I choose a different profile and I say apply, you can see it applies that certain size. So let's go to the section. Let me just show you what I mean. So if I put a section through here and I go to that section, just want to make this fine. So what we will see here is, let me just dimension this. So that is 300 and that one is 600. Let's just make that shaded. Okay, so let's just change the scale. Okay, so you'll notice it's currently 300 by 600. So if I go edit, the 900 by 300 actually means if I take that dimension, let's just do this. So the total length is 900 by 300. So let's go edit. So 900 by 300. Let's just make this smaller. I'll put it there. So if I change this to 600 by 300, say apply, you can see it's changed that size. Same if I go to this size, apply, you see there's the 450, there's the 900. But now obviously we need a size that we can create, or a shape that we can create and make it our own within the project, because you might have different sizes on different slab edges, and you want to customize it. Okay, so what we are going to do is we need to create a profile. So let's just delete those. Okay, so you're going to go to file and you'll say new and family. Then we are going to look for metric or maybe imperial, whatever your system you work in. So metric profile, say open. So a metric profile is basically a two-dimensional detail that you draw, and then you bring it into your project, and then that once you click on the slab edge, it generates the 3D for you. Okay, so what I'll do is go to create and then line. Oh, before we do that, apologies, just go here, family category. Make sure this is set to slab edge so that it knows it should reference to the slab edge once you pull it into the project. Okay, so let's just do that again. Create line, and then I'll just make a random size here. Let's say 50, and make that to 50, and then this I want at 45 degrees, so it'd be 135 in the other direction, like that. And then I want to just draw a line at the top, and then I'll let these edges meet. How you do that is you go here, trim and extend, click on that one, click on this one. I just used a keyboard shortcut. So the reason why I started this specific profile in this midpoint is because that's the midpoint that I showed you earlier, where the line which you click on, it respects that midpoint. Okay, so now we're going to dimension our slab edge like this, and I am going to give this a parameter. I'm going to say this will be our depth. Okay, and this will be our width, and I'll say okay. So I'm setting it up depth and width. Whatever this is at 45, it will depend on whatever the depth of our floor is. It will depend how deep this section between the soffit of the floor and the soffit of the thickening is. But I believe this is the easiest, just to keep track of everything. So now I'll say file, save as, and family. Just going to save this on the desktop, and then here you can decide what you want to name this. I'm just going to call it new slab edge, and I'll save it. Okay, then we will go family types, and then I'm going to say new type, and I'll call this the 250 by 250 millimeter, and I know it's a slab edge, so I'll just call it that. Now I'll create another one. Let's say we want it a 300 by 300 millimeter, and I'll just update that to 300 by 300 and say apply. So now you'll see you have two different ones here. Apply, there you go. So let's just create a 500 by 500 one. Also update that, and then apply. So now I've created three different slab edges or sizes. You can see here. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll say load into project, and it has loaded it into the project. Doesn't seem like it's done anything, but you'll see shortly. So now we will go floor again, slab edge, and I'll choose that slab edge there, and there we go. This is still our slab edge from the Autodesk preset settings. So what I'll do is I'll say edit type, I'll just say duplicate, and then what I'll do is I know I've created a 250 by 250. I'll say okay, and then just want to make this smaller so it all fits. Then what you'll see here on the profile, if I go to the drop down menu now, here's the three sizes I've created. Okay, and I'll say I want this one because this is the type I've just created, and I'll say apply and okay. Now you can see it's a lot smaller, so let's go to the section. Let's dimension this. There you go. There's our 250 by 250. Now you can go and say edit, and you can say duplicate, and we know we have a, let's just do the 500 one so you can see the difference quite drastically. And we'll say there, apply, and okay. Now you can see it's generated that slab edge. Now you'll ask me, okay, but every time I want a certain size or a specific size, I need to go here and do the process all over again to create a different size. For instance, let's say 400 by 400. So you can go and choose families. You go to the drop down here, press the plus button, then we're going to search for profiles. Again, press the plus button, and then we've created this new slab edge. So press the plus button. Now you'll see here, these are the three that we've created earlier within the metric profile family. So now what we want to do is we want to duplicate this. So I'll click on this one and duplicate it. I'll just say for this exercise, let's just call it 400 by 600 millimeter. And now I simply double click on this and it will open these parameters that I had within our family that we've created, and I'll edit this and I'll say apply and OK. Now you need to remember, I need to go here again. I'll say edit type, duplicate 400 by 600 millimeter, and I'll choose it here. I'll say apply and OK. And there you can see it's updated. So now you'll see we've created our profile and we've created quite a few of them, and you've seen how easy it is to go and edit this in your project, so you don't have to worry about editing your profile again. And yeah guys, it's easy as that. So thank you for watching this video guys. I do appreciate all your support and your likes. So please, if you like this video and you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one guys. Cheers.